Hey guys, it is early in the morning. I woke up kind of late, but I'm all ready and set up. Make sure you all hit the like button on the way in. I kind of figured I was going to wake up late because I went to bed late. But hopefully, this gets y'all through the work week, doing these lives in the morning time and early day, makes the, work day go by faster. There's some things I want to show you guys as well. I'm just waiting for y'all to come in, so make sure y'all hit the like button. Hold on one second. What is wrong with? But again, good morning. And like I told you, I would do a live between 10 and 11. And it might vary. Sometime it might be even earlier. It could be a little later. And then some nights, if I can't sleep or something like that, I might set up a live and we can go live. But as y'all come in, make sure y'all hit the like button. There's something I want to show you guys. I just want to make sure that, I always do the replay so you guys can see it after it's not live anymore. But usually people like to see the live stream when I'm live. So we'll see how this works out. Like I said, the first couple of days when you change schedules on when you're going live, and if it's early live, people might not be used to knowing that you're going live this early. We discussed it last night, between 10 and 11. I thought it'd be more appropriate to go live at 11. So again, as y'all come in, hit the like button. But I wanted to show you something that I saw a couple of months ago, and I was supposed to do a commentary video to it. It was some things that Shamar was talking about in his personal life. I think sometimes when you take him away from the atmosphere, the toxic atmosphere that he's in, I think he's a little bit more truthful. A lot of people go, "Oh, Shamar's such a liar," but I think that Shamar is protecting himself. I think that Shamar doesn't like to tell people the real life story of his life because he thinks people are going to make a joke out of it. And I wanted you guys to look at this live that this girl had did with him. And I also put at the top of the description box giving her credit to the video so you guys can go and subscribe to her channel. Now we're going to be doing a live commentary to it, so it's not like I'm just going to be playing her video all the way through, but it's always still good to give credit to the person who, it's their content. But I thought this would be interesting to hear about, because a lot of people like to call him crooked body and this and that. And there's a couple of things that he had said that kind of sparked my interest to want to share with everybody. And I said that today I would bring that interview up. Now, a lot of y'all may have saw it, but you know how sometimes we see interviews and or videos and we miss parts and we look at it again and we're like, oh, I caught that this time. So, it's not about who saw it. It's about me breaking down some of why I think Shamar is the way he is. I said yesterday, this is just my opinion, but I'm sticking with it. I really think that he wants to be back friends with Tommythegossip. Now, a lot of people said that when he was friends with Tommythegossip didn't treat him all that great. But I think that, sometimes when you go through things with other people, other groups of people, you kind of see that things are not always as bad as it seems or it appears, and it's just really unfortunate that they're going back and forth. And, like I said, also quiet is kept. Don't sleep, man. Shamar sometimes likes to start smoke with Tommy because right now Tommy is where honestly Shamar was, where Shamar could get up on a live and he's getting that audience. And, Shamar might be intimidated by that, but Shamar chose to let people get in his ear. And the only reason why they was getting in his ears because they don't want to see Shamar shine. Shamar ain't supposed to be the dude that made it out of the trenches. He's supposed to always be the crooked body dude that was considered slow, with a family that people even talked about. Hey, Justice. Now I'm gonna have to get used to this name, sis. Good morning. I'm gonna have to get Frederica. I'm gonna have to get used to your name. I know you changed it for your reasons, but I'm gonna have to get used to calling you that name. It threw me off yesterday when I saw it when you came through the chat. But nobody really thought that he was gonna make it, really. So I want to show you guys something. All right, y'all are coming through. All right, you're coming through a little bit late, but that's all right. You ain't got to always be the first one in the chat. Justice was the first one. Manifest the second. Happy Tuesday to you too, sweetie. Happy Tuesday. So I kept my word. Like I told you, we're going live today. And like I was just saying, for those of you guys that are just coming in, I wanted to show you something really quickly. I want to do a breakdown. And like I said, y'all could probably school me on some stuff that I don't know or whatever. But I really honestly think in this interview, he was being truthful because he didn't have all of the people who put him down. And, he has to like put this facade on like he's this person. I really honestly think that he could be himself, and he just talked about, I guess, how he remembered stuff that went on in his life. So, that's to be respected. Yes, yes. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That's right. Yep. Hey. Hey, Deirdre, what's going on, sis? What's good with you? Thank y'all for coming through. Thank y'all for coming through. So get used to these morning hours because they're gonna be here to stay. It also gives me a break too from just editing these pre-recorded videos and putting them up. I'd rather do a live. It's more up close and personal with my audience. Shout out JJ. What's up with you? It's more personal, and I think it's an easy thing to do to set up a live and just go live with your people. It's almost like we're on the phone together. A lot of you guys work, y'all have headsets that y'all put in your ear, you listen to music. And I really feel like, because I know when I was in other sectors, people used to be like, man, you made my day go by so fast because I was listening to you while I was working. You know what I'm saying? Listening to me talk. You could interact, sort of, kind of, but you was at work. But you could at least listen to something that was of interest of you. And so that's why I'm going to start doing the morning lives. Now, I used to do the morning lives where, shoot, I used to do the morning lives at 7 something in the morning. There's some people in different sectors that I used to work in. And honey, I woke up this morning and there was one dude, because everybody's going in on Christian Rock. I kind of feel bad for her, man. He was on live for 4 hours, and I had just got up around maybe 9:15. I've been getting up kind of late for me, and he was on live for 4 hours. I was like, wow, he doing his big one. I'm trying to tell you, but anyways, I'm pull it up now. And like I said, whether or not you've seen it, that's not why we're looking at the video. We're looking at the video to do a breakdown on it. And I think this is like one of the only times that I can remember in my head recently that Shamar was serious. And I could literally listen to the whole entire interview without being like, I got to get up off of here. Now, listen, I would need for you to do something for me. Can you guys hear me clearly? I know my voice carries, but that don't mean you can hear me clearly. Because I really don't be wearing my headsets on my ears no more. Because it just be giving me a headache when I put them around my ears. And I just hold on to the mic piece and I talk. I'm going to end up getting another. I might even today get another mic. Just get a mic set of these headsets. But I like the surround sound that these headsets have. That's the reason why I keep holding on to them. But I gotta get me some different ones because I can't stand having that stuff around my ears like that. And if I'm on here an hour, I got a headache by the time I get off, and that's not healthy. You know what I'm saying? Yes, some get started very. Yeah, man. I'm trying to tell you, manifest. All right, so let's start now with the video because I had to find it. I didn't actually have to find it at all. Just put in his name and it popped up. But so yeah, it's still floating around the interview. And like I said, you could have seen it before. That's not what the reason of us looking at the video. It's I want you to listen to what he says in the video and stuff that he went through in his childhood. And I honestly believe he was not lying about, because he has a bad habit of stories don't add up. I can show you another after this one of an Atlanta, Georgia street interview, and I know y'all probably know about that channel I'm talking about. And he was talking about, he was just saying like some stuff that didn't add up, and the interviewer had to let him know that you're not being all that truthful now. You told me the last
biggest Clyde.
So he wasn't being truthful about everything he was saying. One thing kind of disturbed me that he wasn't being truthful about was that a violation that he said that happened to him. Some man had did something to him, and he must have told the interviewer before about the situation, and the interviewer had mentioned it again, and he switched it up. And I think it kind of disturbed the interviewer, because when you're trying to, accuse somebody of doing something so horrific as violating you, and then you say you switch the story around, it becomes questionable. You know what I'm saying? So I think the interviewer was kind of like pissed off about that. But all right, let me pull it up here. So I'm gonna stop and start. It's a commentary live. You cannot just play somebody's whole entire video. This is a 40-minute video. I cannot just play this girl's whole entire video through from the beginning to end, because that's considered copyright. And that's not doing commentary to a video.
The 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗖𝗛.
The biggest clock.
Not the other way clock.
Put a one in the chat
Yeah.
if you did see it. Not
So
that it matters.
I want
That's
to
not
dive
why
right
we're here.
in. Like I want to start from the
This is a
very beginning.
commentary
Your
live.
childhood. Where are you from?
I'm from
There's some
Atlanta,
things I want to
baby.
break down
Period.
on
What was
this
it like
live.
growing up in Atlanta?
I mean, it was fun. It was good. You know, I was a bad little kid back then, and just doing little bad little kid stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it was like I couldn't stop being bad, but now
What do you got? Oh,
that I
I
grew
didn't
up,
even
it's
notice that. He
like
got
I
Don
don't
Julio
change
in
a
his
lot.
hand.
So
Period. Who did you grow up in the household with?
I grew up in a household with my sister, my brother, but they wasn't bad like I was. I was just a little bad little boy.
Okay. How many siblings you got?
I have like 3 brothers and 2 sisters. One of them passed away though.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So just to clear the air.
And I got one alive.
Period. Just to clear the air, because I know there are a lot of rumors out there about your diagnosis. You're only diagnosed with scoliosis, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And can you talk about what it was like being a child in Atlanta, Georgia with scoliosis?
I mean, to me, a lot of people might go through what I used to go through, but scoliosis is like something that you can't really help.
Right.
So when people like,
'Cause
oh,
you
you
born with it,
cricket
right?
body, da da da, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
It be making me look at them like, if you want to be like me, just go jump out the building and break a hip. You know what I mean? Like, I don't let it get to me no more, because it's like it started getting real old now.
Right.
So when people start trying to be funny, I just look at myself like, Shamar, you that person, you know what I'm saying? People gonna say what they want to say, but at the end of the day, you just gotta keep moving, keep going, because at the end of the day, they watch you at the end of the day.
Right.
You're not watching them. You don't have to wake up and watch them. You don't have to wake up and turn around and be like, well, let me go look at this for them. No, they gotta wake up and look at 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗪.
Right.
Stop that to you. They gotta wake up and look at 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗪. Okay, I don't have to wake up and look at y'all. That's the gag. Okay.
So you
But let's
were
see.
born with scoliosis, right? Okay.
No,
And
at
then
first my body was like straight, but then when I, you know what I'm saying, when I was starting getting older, it started curving.
okay.
So it just like, you know, it just natural habit, but at the same time, you know, I don't went to the doctor. I don't try to get it, you know, fixed and
Corrected,
stuff like
right.
that. Like, but other than that, they would try to decide what they gonna do to either give me surgery or give me braces.
Okay.
But to me, I were fair. I would.
Oh, my bad. When I had stopped the video for a second, I thought that I had it on. It wasn't on mute. So yeah, it was on mute. That's my fault. Duh. I'm gonna have to edit that part out because people will come to the video saying, "What's going on with this little mute part?" I'm sorry, guys.
Rather to do surgery instead of brace. Because if you do brace, it's like you're gonna be sitting down for like months. So
is that something that you could still do at this current age? Why haven't you done it?
I mean, because I've been like, you know me. Look at here, I've been busy. I've been.
So
Let me just tell you this. This is one part that really disturbed me, right? Now, he just said, I hope you guys are listening. Shamar wasn't born with a crooked body. You know how people talk about his body being crooked. He had a choice to get a surgery or a brace. And I know people I've grown up with that had the same thing that he had, and it got corrected. Now, his father's the scoliosis or whatever still being in his blood, his body, or whatever, that's a different story. I'm quite sure he'll probably always have that, gene in his body. However, that goes to show, like, sometimes you got to look up you have to look at the upbringing of the person and see where some of the behaviors come from, because I feel like he talked a lot about his mother, being, alcoholic. They also said allegedly his father was one. Sometimes people bring kids into the world and they're so focused on the drugs and the alcohol that they don't invest, that time into the child. And I really think that he would have had a better life, with less distractions of people making fun of him being mad at the world, especially black women, because he's very, very disrespectful to black women. Don't get Shamar started. Shamar will go in on a black woman in a minute, and I think it's wrong. But I think it's because of what he's been through in his life. A lot of the anger, even though I know he loves his mother, is towards his mother. So just listen to what he has to say, because I was kind of shocked when he said that he could have got that corrected, but he never did. And now that he's older, we know that Shamar's not going to make the right decisions for himself, because, people have to tell him, get in the shower, Shamar, do this, Shamar. And he's 27 years old. He's 28 years old. You know what I'm saying? So why would he start doing the right thing now? Oh, man, I went too far back.
Okay.
No,
And
at first my body was like straight, but then when I, you know what I'm saying, when I was starting getting older, it started curving.
Okay.
So it just like, it just natural habit, but at the same time, I don't went to the doctor. I don't try to get it, fixed
Corrected,
and stuff
right.
like that. Like, but other than that, they would try to decide what they gonna do to either give me surgery or give me braces.
Okay.
But to me, I were fair. I would rather to do surgery instead of brace.
Yeah, you can't
Because if you
neglect
do
that
brace,
stuff.
it's like you're gonna be sitting down for like months. So
is that something that you could still do at this current age? Why haven't you done it?
I mean, because I've been like, you know me. Look at here, I've been busy. I've been
So you
all over
learned
the
to live
world.
with it. Yeah.
I learned to.
And I need y'all to stay tuned, because I haven't finished editing the video, but Alvo once again big time scam some of his supporters. And he's making people think that, I guess, where he's living at now is his new apartment, but that's farther from the truth. But you'll hear it, as soon as I edit the video or whatever. There's a lot of stuff going on. People think when stuff is quiet that that's the end of the situation. But like I said, there's a lot of stuff going on, and I'm not surprised at all. It also explains a lot of us not really seeing Alvo too much. He's probably on the back end trying to clean up what he's gonna say to the public because he done took all them supporters' money. You feel what I'm saying? And then they're gonna finally find out because the person he allegedly living with, she already ran the business that he's living at her spot. I ain't gonna say too much, but I'm gonna let this play out.
Live with it, but
A lot of lying be going on.
I learned to definitely live with it. And as I get older, because they say when you get older, it get worse.
Wow.
So I don't want it to get worse when I get older, but still, I still can handle it though. All this fighting and stuff I've been doing, you know, I've been doing a lot lately. And it's like, you know, I just gotta stop and calm down and learn not to be doing too much. You know what I mean? Because somebody could really hurt me, and I don't want that. So, you know, I don't be picking fights, but when fights come towards me, I have to defend myself. You know what I'm saying? I can't duck no smoke, no fade. Can't do that.
What advice would you give to kids at home that has scoliosis?
I would say the advice that I would give the kids that does have it, I would say that, you know what I'm saying, keep going, you know what I'm saying, being you and keep winning. No matter how nobody feel about you, no matter how nobody say anything about you, you just gotta be strong and keep going and show them that you never give up. Because there's a lot of kids out here that, you know, go through things, but you got some that gonna end up wanna, you know what I'm saying, do something to themselves because they being picked on and bullied. You know what I mean? I done been through that already. I done been through being bullied in school and kids, you know what I'm saying? But it's like I just, you know, uplift myself like, Shamar, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Don't let them get you that quick. You just gotta keep going. So it's like, you know, for the kids out there, I really do love y'all. But y'all just have to, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta keep going. Don't let nobody stop you for what you got going on.
Period.
Clock it.
Clock it. So what made Shamar a trending topic? How did Shamar become so popular?
Because I'm just that girl. I'm just too funny. You know what I mean? Like anything I say go viral, you heard? Like I don't have to ask nobody to post me. I don't have to ask the blog to post me. I don't have to ask the shade room to post me. I don't have to do none of that, baby. When I say something, that's what I mean. And baby, it's gonna go viral. I don't have to ask no blog to go viral. I'm gonna go viral, because that's just me.
Shamar also went viral too. Let's not forget it. Not just because he's funny. Sometimes he says inappropriate things. Because it was brought up maybe a couple of months ago. He got mad at some lady and threatened to get something done to her child. So yeah, he goes viral because he's funny, but he also go viral because he says things that are out of pocket. So, you know, like I said, you know, he tells his story, but sometimes he don't tell the whole story. You know, you don't want to be viral for some of the stuff that Shamar be saying out of his mouth. You know what I'm saying? Talking about I'll get a predator to do this and that to your so and so. Nah, that's not cool. You know, so he went viral also, not for being funny, but for a lot of disturbing stuff that he was saying to people when he would get mad, and it would get people's attention. So yes, let's be very mindful of that too. Not just because he's funny is why he went viral.
You know what I mean? When I started blowing up on social media, you know, and stuff like that, I never knew that I was gonna go viral until then. That everybody was in my DM, so I Snoop posted me. So I'm like, wait, let me go see it. Then I go and look. And I see myself on his Instagram. I'm like, oh, he did post to me. So it was like, it's a lot of people that have posted me because I'm funny. You know what I mean? I'm just natural funny. I don't
you are.
have to be like nobody, act like nobody, want to be like nobody. No, I'm just natural me. I'm Shamar. I'm Big Marco, aka Big Marco, and not the little one. Yeah,
like
the real ATL one, the one that's from McKellarville, Zone 3, baby. Yeah.
What?
Well, I'm gonna stop sharing this because I want to show you something else. He was up early this morning. Hold on, let me go onto Instagram. So he was up early this morning, sounding like Marco. So I'm gonna share that right now. This dude's a trip. Talking about the war. I don't know what. I don't know who gets him triggered on these wars. He don't know what he's be talking about. But I woke up this morning. I said, no, this man is not up at this time in the morning talking about this. But he was.
Baby, I wasn't
Let me go all the way back to the beginning.
So a lot of y'all gotta understand that Iran has sent missiles over to the United States and they got knocked down. All y'all that kept talking about, oh, Shamar, you gonna get us this, you gonna get us that.
This is 4 hours ago that he started. So it's 11:35. It was early in the morning when he started doing these IG stories. And if you listen to him, he thinks in his own mind that because he's talking about the war, whatever happens is going to happen because of him. I honestly even think that little Donald Trump, what is it, AI meme, I wouldn't be surprised if he really thinks that was Donald Trump telling him that he's going to put him over there in war. I wouldn't even surprised. That's why I say sometimes you kind of got to lay low on people like Shamar, man, because they mean well, but they don't think, they don't process things like we do. And you know, and a lot of the time, I know people are gonna get on me when they hear this live after the live replay. But you gotta understand, you know, sometimes Shamar can be slow. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that's just Shamar. But listen to what he had to say.
Y'all are really scary. Y'all are really, really
Good
scary.
morning, Latina.
The reason why I say y'all scary is because all that high power stuff y'all be talking. Oh,
Morning,
I'm this,
Jessica.
I'm that. We ain't scared of this and we ain't scared of that. Okay, so why y'all scared to get bombed then?
Oh no.
Why y'all scared? They just literally sent the missile over to the United States, and guess what? They got knocked down. Do y'all not know that our army got defense airspace? I mean, F defense. Come on now, stop playing.
What is he talking about?
If we see a missile coming, or if they see a missile coming, guess what? They're gonna knock it down regardless. So all y'all that sitting up here talking about some, oh, Shamar, shut up, Shamar, this, that, and the third. I don't gotta shut up for nothing. I did the right thing. That's what I did. And that's for I'm defending my country, the United States, the America.
You said mine's okay. A grape.
Okay? Clocky. Y'all sit up here being a little scared.
Make sure y'all hit the like button, support the channel and hit the like button. It's early morning. We up early. I'm trying to get people through their day. If you're at work right now, SL Davis is in the building to get you through. But make sure you hit that like button. Hit the like button. Thank you.
I don't want to die. I don't want to do. Like, please be quiet. You're not going to die. You're not going to get hit with a bomb out of nowhere. The boy have to travel and they have to hit which building they have to hit. So with that being said, if you ain't getting hit by no bomb, why are you afraid? Please let me know that. I already just sent missiles and they just literally got knocked down by the USA missiles. Okay. Wake your eyes up.
You don't know what he's
and
talking
I'm
about.
Gonna say this to the USA Airline Air Forces. Y'all did y'all big one. Continue doing y'all big one. Don't give up. Continue doing what you're doing for this country. Because when it comes down to the American people, yeah, they ain't gonna stand up, but some will. You feel me? So I just want to say shout out to the Air Forces. They really doing a big one. They stand on business. You understand me? Yeah, they stand on business. Stop playing.
Shamar, I will be sending you with me to war because you doing a lot of talking and ain't doing nothing. So you be ready, you bent up Coke can. Shamar.
Oh, God.
Shamar, I will be sending you with me to war because you doing a lot of talking and ain't doing nothing. So you be ready, you bent up Coke can. Shamar.
This is too funny.
Shamar, I will be sending you with me to war because you doing a lot of talking and ain't doing nothing. So you be ready, you bent up Coke can.
Oh boy, when I seen that, I was like, "Oh no, they didn't." Oh yes, they did. Let me remove this and go back to this one.
And they was coming towards the United States air base and got knocked down. Clock it. Yeah. And y'all talk about, oh, Iran ain't a person. Y'all talk about Iran ain't a person.
It isn't.
Baby, I wasn't talking
Country.
about no person. I was talking about Iran people. That's what I was talking about. So all y'all that be scared, y'all need to shut up. Did a bomb hit your house?
Manifest.
When they threw their missiles, did a bomb come directly to your house? Did it hit your building? If not, what you're afraid of? Huh? Ain't no need for you to be afraid. Goofy. Calm down. Y'all be acting real scared. Then y'all be mad at me because y'all feel like I'm going to get y'all bombed. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
You hear how his thought process is? He said, we're afraid of him getting us bombed. Why would who are you that we would be afraid that you would get us bombed? That's how I know that AI video that's going around with Trump, he probably really believes that Trump sent that to him. Talking about he's going over the war. That's why I would be saying sometimes tread lightly on that dude, because he don't know better. You know what I'm saying? He went viral for being funny just for being Shamar. He also went viral for stuff that came out of his mouth that he ain't had no business even talking about. You know what I'm saying? That was out of pocket. But he ain't go viral because you know what I'm saying? Because he did something great. He went viral because he was a chuckle. He was a chuckle. Simple as that. I was gonna say something else, but I'm gonna keep it to myself.
Is be quiet.
Okay.
Money make the world go around, yeah.
I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is here. He threw me off with this one at the end. He put this out an hour ago. He said, thanks to Shamar, the world. Wait a minute. It says, thanks to Shamar, the war over. So that's what everybody's sitting up there messing around about him and this war thing. Shamar don't know what he talking about. I promise you he don't. Let me move that. I promise you he don't. Let me stop sharing this and actually let me go over to my page. Make sure y'all hit that like button. But I tell you one thing, they better leave Tommy's son alone, because Tommy is not playing. He said he ain't playing. And he said if anybody come to his house, or his father's house for whatever reason, with that mess, is going to be on and popping. And I believe him. People need to keep people's families out of stuff. You got something, if you got smoke with me, keep it with me. But don't sit up there and be putting people's family and stuff like that and stuff. People get ignorant with stuff. Hold on, I'm trying to see what's going on with
Shamar,
this.
I will be sending you with me to
Hold on,
war
I don't know
because
what I just
you're doing
did.
a lot of talking and ain't doing
Hold on,
nothing.
leave back
So
out,
you
come
be
back.
ready, you
I don't
bent
know
up
what's
Coke can. Shamar.
Hold on. I don't know what just happened. Come on, what is wrong with this thing? I usually can leave out and then come back in. I don't know what just happened. Okay, can y'all hear me now? Because I don't know what just happened. That's crazy. Can y'all see my background? Let me see something. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm back. I don't know what happened. I think when I have too many tabs open, it just acts up. Let me read some of these comments. Happy Tuesday, Beef Tips. How you doing? Says media. He really does believe. Yeah, he does believe it. Just like a lot of people. I thought at first the chain was real that he had, but then everyone was saying, nah, that chain ain't real. He really thinks even the chain real. So, you know, you got to let people be great. You know, if he thinks the chain's real, let it be real. You know, that ain't even no topic of conversation. You know, it's just crazy some of the stuff that he be thinking in his head. But hey, if you like it, I love it, Shamar. Exactly. Children and family is off limits. Yep. But see, that's another reason why he goes viral, because he gets up here and he be talking about people's mothers, their kids. You can't be doing that. There are boundaries, yeah. And it's crazy. And then as soon as you go after him, you know, which is so funny, you got to be slow yourself if you go after him. Because if you go after Shamar and he calls the police to his house, you're going to go to jail. So it's not really even worth it. Something is wrong with Shamar. Ain't nothing hit the USA. Let him tell it. He said a missile hit the US, but they smashed it out the sky. I don't know. I think, like I told you, I think that it's the people, places, and things that he's around that are putting stuff in his head. They know he's going to repeat it, and they get a chuckle out of it. And they should stop doing it. You know, I feel like this. If they want to make somebody laugh, this new circle that be around LaShawn and the Messies, if they really want to impress us and do what Tommythegossip did, where he started talking about Shamar and blew up his channel, and he can pay his rent now with that. You know what I'm saying? It says Shamar do not do too much on the internet, but as soon as you're ready to fight Shamar, he's ready to call 911. Good morning, Mimi. LOL, I'm convinced LaShawn told him to go buy a third party so he could get ripped off, knowing that he can chain it fake. But you know what? Cute love. LaShawn has done a lot of stuff that I'm convinced that has got Shamar jammed up. Just like that time. Y'all remember that time he was chasing around that homeless person, was trying to fight? That ain't nothing that Shamar would do. That ain't even in Shamar's character to do nothing like that. Chasing around that homeless person. Person didn't even want to fight him. That was LaShawn egging him on, I'm telling you. That's good, B Tips and Rice. Good morning. Good morning. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Matter of fact, let me get up over here now. Let's get them likes up now. I know it's early in the morning. Delete a couple of spots on this live where it was acting up. Well, it was acting up on my end. On your end, it may have been fine, but it was acting up on my end. But yeah, man, he got his military suit, his G.I. Jane suit on, and he got an AI video with Trump talking about he about to send Shamar to war. Shamar can't wait to get to war. Shoot, let me go over here to TikTok to see what's going on over here while we all hanging out together and stuff. Let's see if Alvo got an alibi after he took all them people's money like that. Talking about he getting an apartment. Yeah, you living in an apartment. Hold on, let me see. Because I'm still learning how to use this live stream thing on Instacart. Nah, it's still kind of early. Let me go back on Instagram here and see what's goody. But that to me is just funny. Oh God. People kill me with this. The tea is piping hot crap. Ain't got no tea at all. Be lying. Just be lying. It'd be funny to me. Nope. I guess it might be too early for folks. It says, yes, Mr. It's very bad influence and dangerous for Mama to be around nothing but trouble. Yeah. But see, I think that you can't just blame it on the influences either. Because Shamar likes drama. So he likes to be around people like LaShawn and the rest who stir up stuff. You know, throw rocks and hide their hand. Tommy said that he will never be friends with in an interview. Well, you never say never, but yeah, I did hear him say on numerous occasions that he wasn't going to deal with Shamar going forward. LaShawn knows what he's doing. He wants Shamar to be down at the worst because of jealousy. That's what I always say, because of jealousy. Sis, remember the interview? Which interview are you talking about, babe? Because I got an interview too that I was going to pull up too, and that was when what's her name? Fendi, she was pretty much trying to be nice. Let me see if I can find it, because I know my video's edited and I can share it without it being cussing and carrying on. You know what I'm saying, guys? So let me see if I can find it. Hold on one second. Give me a minute now. It's still early now. But I remember I played the video on my channel for you guys. And yeah, Fendi, you know, she wasn't being rude or nothing, but Shamar's a handful, man. It says Fendi is shutting down. Wait a minute, not that. Let me see, which one was it? I want to say it's the most recent one. She did Heartbreaking Neglect, Shamar abandoned by Fendi. I think this might be the one here. We're going to see in a minute. I'll be able to tell you. Because I thought that everyone kept saying that Shamar was going to be on tour with Fendi. Oh, here it is. I got it. I pulled up the right one. Okay. I'm doing all right today. All right. So I'm going to pull it up right now. We can listen to it. Now, listen carefully to what Fendi was saying in this interview. I know a lot of y'all saw it, but I'm just giving you a reminder that people want to work with Shamar, but Shamar is difficult. Let me share the screen. I remember this one. Here we go. Was surprised to hear Fendi say that Shamar needs a caregiver. She didn't say it in a way that it was being disrespectful. It sounded like it was a concerning way that she said it for Shamar. You know, Shamar did tell the public that they were going to link back up and do music together. I'm not saying that they're not going to do music together, but I did listen to this whole podcast between when Kay shared it and did her commentary to it, gave her, you know, thoughts on it, and, you know, also called Fendi a liar for a lot of stuff that she was saying, and also a lot of things that Fendi had admitted to. But I just was kind of shocked that she said that she felt as though Shamar needs a caregiver. And I know that when Shamar gets, you know, wind of her saying that, is this going to change the whole dynamic of the relationship again? I don't know. But it shocked me. And I know that Kay, obviously, beforehand, looked at the video. She was triggered by it, and she did her own commentary to it, sharing it with the public. And she brought up these key points that Fendi, in fact, did say out of her mouth. But I don't think that it was said in a way that was trying to be hurtful to Shamar. So I don't want to get too long-winded. I'm going to let you listen to some of what she said, and I'll be back.
Like, all love, but
That's what's up.
it's just like, it's too much of a liability right now. Like,
I feel that.
we can't risk all this. Like, if I drop another song with you, if I drop another song with Shamar, this is what I would need. I would need a clean image, no boyfriend until he get a caregiver. You know, somebody
That's real.
can
Look after him.
look after him and know, like, yeah, this for you, he for you, he used for you money, he use it. You feel
Nice trick too.
That's kind of messed up. She said no boyfriend, a clean image, and they're around the same age, and for her to be making those ultimatums with him, he must be really bad to work with. I mean, let's listen to this. But he must be really, 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 really bad to work with, because she don't have no leg to stand on, Fenty, to tell him he can't have no boyfriend, a clean image, and all of that. Now, but she's saying that because when Shamar got influence around him, it affects him. It affects other people around him and their businesses too.
Shamar not feeding you, I am, because when you ready to eat, Shamar brought right out. He don't play now. He don't play now. That's one thing. He ain't gonna let nobody use him.
Period.
That's he ain't going.
Big Marco.
So boom, he just was all over the place crying for a storyline for TikTok every day.
That's
like
crazy.
I was like, no, I can't deal with this. I can't. So
She's so funny.
And you know what's so sad? It wasn't him crying all over the place for a storyline. It was Alvo, because at the time he was with Alvo. Alvo had made him do all that. Alvo at the time wasn't influenced on Shamar and why Shamar was acting the way Shamar was acting.
She just telling it like you want me to do it.
I can't. Like,
That's crazy.
Broadway and them to call us out for concert.
Come on, name drop.
Lil Durk.
Okay.
Yeah, all type of things. JT, Cash Cobain.
Oh,
She
yeah.
not done.
Yes,
Like,
bitch.
we done did all
y'all
type
was
of things.
outside,
We was
though.
That's
outside.
hard.
We
That's
all in
hard.
old block in Chicago.
I seen y'all going crazy.
Crazy, bro. And you just came in and made stuff in
Play.
3 days. Like, you
Poison.
That's crazy.
that got to be studied.
Yeah.
That got to be studied. Like,
That got to be
no,
studied.
it wasn't that serious. And I
Blessed
always just
and-
like, you know what, bro,
Wellness.
whatever y'all do, that's y'all. I
Oh,
don't got nothing to
thank
do with
you,
that. What you
True
want to handle the book, you want to
Omega.
get the money, you want to do
Thank
this.
you also
He don't
for
even
the
know how to
super
count.
chat.
Because if he did, he would
Thank
say,
you, sweetie.
yes, I want to handle this, I want to do this, I want to do that,
Is
get
there
it. He gonna
such
get
thing
it.
as a
This
clean
man
image
said he
with
count
Shamar?
Shamar money. He didn't. I promise he
No,
don't.
to
He
answer
don't.
your question.
You would have me and you,
Thank you
Shamar,
for the
together,
super chat.
and you his lover,
His
and
lover.
you not counting his money. Why do I have to do it?
Yeah.
Because you don't know how.
You
I don't
don't
care
count.
what you say.
Yeah. Obviously, if you letting somebody else count your money,
You don't know
yeah,
how.
that's true.
Jeez. It
Bigger
was just
problems.
it was just bad. Like Shamar don't want to go to the Lifewave concert because he want to get paid. He wants to texting me the boyfriend. He wants to get paid. He wants to. Bro, these is
For
long
content.
lasting relationships. I don't
Yeah.
care what you want.
Alvo messed
but
him
I'm
up
going.
bad.
I'm gone.
Yeah.
I got a blast. I ain't with none of that.
Yeah.
So boom, they got their head on together and got it. Cause I'm like,
Okay.
had to call a lawyer. No, please talk to them. It's bad. Like I'm tired at
That's
this
a
point.
lot.
It was draining. But I helped a lot. He helped me a lot. And it was just Alvo for me. It was never Shamar.
Man.
We did concerts, we did shows, and it was always love. And he don't play with me. Like I go in his house, he got picture frames of me and him. Like
Aw.
That's hard.
he don't play with me and Alvo. I mean, the boyfriend know that.
Yeah.
Mm.
They still together?
No.
Oh, okay. I was
No,
about to say.
they not together right now. But
Okay.
Is that how y'all link back up
Mm.
because he not around no more? 'Cause I seen you drop the video with Shamar.
Yeah, I dropped a video with Shamar, but it's like me to know.
Yeah.
Make sure he just get the right procedures for his checkups, hospitals, get his crib, get a car. Like this what the label was trying to lock him in to
Got
do
you.
before the hopeless boyfriend came in.
Yeah.
Thinking
Yeah, that dude was a mess.
he runs stuff.
Yeah.
One day he told me like, yeah, you wasn't here with me and Shamar. We was homeless together a year ago. Oh, so just because you think you was homeless with him a year ago, you
Thank
think you
you,
the only one can
True
benefit off what
Omega.
he got going on?
Right.
It's unacceptable.
That's a lot.
Nah,
That's a
that's
lot.
real.
It's truly unacceptable.
Yeah.
I don't went through something with my lady friend. If we ain't together, we ain't together. If I'm gone, I'm up. We gone, baby. I ain't got. We done tried it. We done been poor, broke, and all that together. If I'm up and I'm
Tanya,
gone,
you're funny.
why would you? I ain't even coming back.
When you moving around, you really gotta be around people that got something to lose. I mean, because if the boyfriend don't got nothing to lose, he going.
Why you
gonna
got
mess
all
up.
that?
Lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bookie, but I got my
That is how you
my
be too.
platform off you already and all that.
He said that.
Yeah, he got his mouth. It hurt. It's hurtful. Yes. I done got a
He
platform
admitting
already.
it like
Yeah,
that.
it's everywhere. I'm just like, you know what? It's cool because God don't bless no mess.
Good,
Like,
yep.
Okay,
Boss,
that's-
that's no mess.
She went from
Now-
she went from pink. What's
Pink Savage to Savior
That's
to
a savage now.
God don't bless no mess. Okay.
Now, question for you: would you being open about your sexuality, just in general, and in your music, did any record labels ever have an issue with that, or was it not an issue?
never.
That's what's up.
Never ever. That's what the management called me and told me.
Bookie
And I was
butt.
like, he was like, they got all this stuff up there. I said, look, I'm whatever. What's up? Like, what y'all on?
Yeah.
Nick, come on now. What's
That's hard.
Hey, no, Fendi, we understand, but you ain't on there with your girl kissing, gyrate, dry humping, doing all that there. Woo.
I know a lot of people ain't getting their notifications. That's why when you see me on, just when you're online, just come through the channel and look for yourself. You know, it's crazy. Thank you for letting me know though. And that's why I stopped this video, because anytime somebody let me know they ain't got their notification, I take it personal because I really want y'all to have that. Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what? You right.
Yeah.
And I can't-
Well, Fendi, that one joint.
I did have it.
You got in
And guess
trouble?
what? I got in trouble.
I know you did. I know you did.
That's crazy y'all said that because I just text the label that picture. It's because it's on my Instagram and I'm a little shadow being and it's still from that. Like, I'm like, please get this
All
removed.
that cutting up, yeah.
Yes, but it's like that was like cause for a video. You
Yes,
doing
well,
stuff not
thank
getting
you.
no money.
Right.
You out here just doing stuff and then begging people. Like,
yeah.
come on, you can't be doing that. You grown.
Yeah.
So
I ain't gonna lie. So from like the beginning, I'm like, bruh, Cardi B on a song with a stud, but I might have classified you as, you know. But I was like, that's
Yeah,
hard.
it's
And what
hard
I
as
can say is with that, what was dope
That's
about
so
that
true.
song, and me even just seeing so many artists in the industry is like, we didn't look at it like this a gay song.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like this is a song
Just
that
a
could be
hard song.
played
Yeah.
in any club. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
Right.
So
Is it a drill record?
it's like a juke drill.
Gotcha. Okay.
I love that.
Yeah.
Juke drill.
It's
Okay.
like a juke
I love that. So is there something like you're consciously doing to not be put like you ain't like hiding it or nothing, but like it's not particularly like
Right.
because I could say like outside of Young and May, there hasn't been somebody that I seen that went on and Saucy, you know, just a hard record that's playing in all the clubs.
I'm trying to point me to the sluts.
Listen, we don't hear nothing gay.
Yeah.
Look to the sluts.
Okay.
You can where they at?
Yeah.
I just feel like it's crazy, y'all. That's how I feel.
You just do you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
That's all right.
like so everybody once I did juke, everybody in my city was doing juke. I'm just like I gotta find something to just separate me from them from doing that. So I did a drill juke and
That's
now I'm
hard.
just focusing on a lot now. Like I want to do pop, all that. Like,
Okay.
I ain't just trying to stay in, drill, juke or drill or
Word.
I'm trying to do everything.
Word.
R&B. I'm singing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on, Benji.
And
Come on now.
I ain't trying to stay on the but so do you got a girlfriend?
You're bail out, don't you?
Lady friend. She said earlier, she lady friend.
She did say that. I peeped that.
My little lady friend.
I'm gonna start
Yeah,
using
it's
that.
like
Hell yeah.
I got
shit.
friends. I ain't got no lady right now.
Okay, and then a lot of times you're out with your sister. Do people be thinking that's your twin?
Oh,
That's her twin.
That's who I probably be thinking is
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's your twin.
That's funny.
But
That's
do people
funny.
think y'all are like together? She's obviously your twin, but obviously kind of not.
like not when we out like just on the internet. girl, is that your sister or what? Like, girls just be asking me, yeah, she my twin. Like,
Hey, girls be trying to get on. That's your sister.
Right.
Ass girlfriend.
Y'all look just
That's
like
your
each
sis?
other.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's so crazy.
Yeah, we identical, like 2 minutes apart.
Yeah.
Wow, y'all really.
Yeah, so my birthday at 12, hers at 12. Oh, 2.
Oh,
So
okay.
you the OG.
She want to be the
That's
big
her.
sister so bad.
She said 12 on 2. Shut your little like. Yeah,
Right, man. You ain't know nothing.
That's crazy having stud. Be a
Right. How was
stud
that growing
and-
up though? Like, when did you know that you was gay? Like, was it always a thing and just y'all being different? And
Yeah.
But I feel as though Fendi means well by Shamar. I think that what she's trying not to do is mix friendship with business. You know, that's her bread and butter. She does not want to bump heads with the people who are signing her check.
Yeah.
You know, and I guess, you know, like a lot of people have said, I've never worked with Shamar, so I don't know. He's sometimes hard to work with. So, you know, in the future, you know, maybe they can collab and, you know, going forward in the future, consistently do music together, you know, and travel the world together. But I guess the relationship situation, Shamar has to get that down, you know, to his own science so that it works for him and doesn't interfere in his bag or anyone else's bag that's in the circle that's trying to get money like, you know, Fendi's trying to do. And until he masters that and leaves the pleasure where it's supposed to be and business where it's supposed to be, they're gonna collide, Fendi and Shamar. So at this present time, I don't really think that they're gonna be doing too much together. But like people can say one thing today and tomorrow. Hey guys, back with the Yeah, a lot of people were saying in this sector, and that wasn't true. I didn't go back and forth about it because I didn't want to get into no war. I'm not known for doing it. I brush things off and keep it moving. I try not to get messy with it. But that was not true that he was going on tour with Fendi. That was all a lie. I don't know why people were sitting there saying that. But they were saying it. I listened to this interview. I edited this interview and I listened to it. And she didn't say nothing about going on tour with Shamar. She acted as though she would have loved to do that with Shamar because it was a hit when they was, you know, doing things together. But he's too difficult to work with. He's too difficult to work with, and he's a liability. And she's afraid that the people who pay her check would mess that up for her. So as much as, you know, she wants to make money, all money's not good money. So I don't think that they're gonna do anything in the future. I think honestly, what sealed the deal about everything getting really jammed up was Alvo. Alvo made sure before he left Shamar messed up in the game. That's a real evil creature, I'm telling you. And some people can't understand why I don't care too much for him, which I don't care. But he really messed Shamar up. He really did. And Shamar, you know, somebody said in the chat a minute ago, he got blackballed before. It seems like he's blackballed now. He doesn't have any that many tours and not tours. He doesn't have that many club appearances and performances like he did when he first was going with Alvo. Yep, he sure don't. It says he certainly has done it to himself with his mouth and behavior. Yep. Manifest, yep. Shamar for president after Donald Trump. Yeah, right. Please, this world will come to an end. Definitely be at an end. I noticed that many in the circle spill many attention and they are too old for this mess. Yeah, it's true, but you know, sometimes people want attention, not knowing that all attention ain't good attention. And they do it for the views, but you know, how long does that last before, you know, it comes to an end? You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you know, people talk about Shamar like a dog, but yet and still they still tune in you know, to him cussing out black women, instead of them listening to, you know, a commentator who will edit the video, take all the, you know, disrespect out of the video, and then you can listen to what's going on. You rather go over to the person who's disrespecting you, and you know, give him all the blessings or give her all the blessings. Can y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, because them likes are not adding up at all, and we can at least get them up to something. Seriously. You know, come on now, support the channel and hit the like button. I promise you it's free. He's definitely been blackballed. Black ball, white ball, 8 ball, blue ball, basketball. You are funny. That's a good one right there. Loud and liars take your credibility away. Yep. I'm trying to tell you, man. Sometimes people be, you know, they think they're sitting on top of the world. You can't tell them nothing. And by the time you tell them something, it's too late. So people sometimes gotta learn the hard way. I remember, you know, when I first started out on YouTube, quiet as kept, you know, I had my little hiccups too. I thought I could come on here and cuss and everything. This was years ago. You know, and I know I wasn't doing Nature Boy content at that time. You know, I was a nobody. And, you know, I'm still a nobody. It's not like people really know who I am. But, you know, like I said, you got to know how to be a chameleon. You got to adapt in all environments. And if you don't, you're going to mess yourself up bad. And if people don't understand it, then they're going to learn the hard way. And I think that people are learning the hard way. You know, it's good that, you know, Shamar thinks he's great, but he could be better. And you can't keep using his disability and all that stuff why he is the way he is, because you can't keep using that. You know, it starts to run out. It really does. It starts to run out, you know, and people are going to stop wanting to work with him. And that's what happened. That's exactly what happened to him. People don't want to work with him because they don't know, you know, he's unpredictable. Period. He's just unpredictable. And that's dangerous. Some people got to learn the hard way. So I just came on here. We did our early morning live stream, and we will be doing another one later on. Put in the chat what time is good. You know, it just gives me an idea. That's all, you know, because I got some things that I have to do when I get off of here. So I'm not going to be going live, you know, right after this live. You know, there'll be times I'll be doing back-to-back lives. You know what I'm saying? Once I get the hang of how my day's gonna go, because I honestly love to talk with y'all live. You know, it's more personal. It's like I said, it's like talking to you over the phone. So, you know, put a number of what time I should go live tonight or later on this afternoon. Since the juicing days I record. Oh yeah, so you go way back. You talking about the juicing? When I used to have my juicing videos up, I took them all down. I wish I never did though. Sis, can I ask you something? Do you think that Shamar safeguard looking? Wait a minute. Safeguard? No. You know what? That's a good question. We might talk about that today because I was thinking about that last week. Because that's still up in the air about that safe getting taken. Do y'all think Shamar's safe got taken? Put a Y in the chat. If you don't think it got taken, put an N in the chat. That's a really, really good question. You know, I don't think Shamar was robbed. A lot of people are saying that. In my opinion, I don't think so either. Oh, wow. So a lot of you are saying no, you don't think it. And see, that goes to show his character. Why would he even make people think that if that's not true? But it's that he's got too many influences around him, telling them, to, oh, do this, Shamar, this will happen. This will be the outcome. It was no outcome to him getting so-called allegedly robbed. All people did was talk about it. and say that, oh, that was good for you, Shamar. You shouldn't have been flashing around no money. That's all came out of that. So I don't know. I can't really answer the question to answer it honestly. Shamar was going broke, then blamed Seven for robbing him. Right. That makes sense too. It says on media. Oh yeah. Oh no. That's gonna be on a pre-recorded video. I'm editing Manifest. You got a good memory. Soon as I get off of live, I'm about to edit that video. And it was briefly discussed. I'm quite sure it'll be more talked about, but it was briefly discussed about his living situation. Yeah, I'll be bringing that up to this morning. It's like it's only a couple of minutes that it was told of what's going on with Alvo. You know, Alvo ain't got too much going on. What happened to Alvo's YouTube channel? I thought on the 18th he was supposed to be getting it back. Does anybody know about that? And remember, you're always welcome, even if it's in the morning time. I have a link. The invite link. I'll show you what it looks like. I'm quite sure y'all know what it looks like. Just come up. Long as you ain't up here cussing, I don't mind y'all coming up here. You know, I will remind people, you know, when we're live, you know, we can't cuss. But yeah, you come on up here, man. Don't sit there and listen to me talk the whole hour or two. I'm gonna be up here later on. I want to see how many people are gonna come up here. Okay, thank you, SL. It says you don't speak about. Oh yeah, and then I wanted to speak about Krishan Rock, man. They done flipped on her. They went from her having super fans to now it's like it's divided. It's crazy, man. It's just some crazy stuff going on over here. Yeah, but this little StreamYard link, anybody's invited to come up. You ain't got to cam up. I don't cam up. We're not here to look at each other in the face. We're here to have adult conversation. Because I know some people, you know, they feel uncomfortable. They don't like camming up. Some people don't like camming up. They don't want people to know what their background looks like. It ain't your business. That's how I am. I don't cam up because you don't need to know what my house looks like, what my husband looks like, what I'm cooking for dinner, unless I tell you. It says he got banned again. Alvo low-key promotes DV and fighting. Oh, wow. See, I had left away for another 4 or 5 days after I came back from that funeral thing with the family. And then I just needed more time. So that's why I didn't understand what had happened to him. And I think that boy's trying to destroy Alvo. How about that? I don't know. She lies a lot. Wow. So right on, sis back. So listen, I'll be back on here, but you guys will already know when I'm going live again because I'll put it up hours before I go live. And this is early. I don't know. I'm trying to debate. Am I gonna? Well, I'm gonna keep this early live between 10 and 11. Cause see, once y'all get used to this early live, y'all will stop coming on your own. Y'all will be like, oh, she goes live at 10 or 11, and you'll just come over. Cause I remember when I used to go live at 7:30 in the morning for Nature Boy content, and honey, that used to be packed over there. But you got to do it consistently. So you know, in order for people to get used to that, I'm going live that early. All right. So listen, I mean, Krishan, yeah, just yeah. That's why I had to stop doing the content on her. Cause see, you can't say nothing to her fans; they be ready to jump on you. So I said, I'm just getting away from it because I might tell the truth and they might not, and shame the devil and they might not like it, honey. But listen, I'm getting off. I will be live later on. I'm about to edit and finish up this video. Be looking out for a video going out in a couple of hours, maybe about 2 o'clock, 2:30. And make sure you hit the like button on the way out. Please support the channel and hit the like button. Do that for me. Love y'all. Stay blessed. I'll talk with y'all later. This ain't the last live. And I'm out. Bye for now. Mwah.